All right, Kledi, now we're going to take a look at your backstroke from the front view underwater. And as you're coming towards the camera, the one thing I can say about your backstroke, again, is it's getting a little bit more rotated at the entry. So if you did that, you'd be entering straight in front of the shoulder. You're carrying a lot more air on your hands than what I would have thought all the way through the pull. So you're losing quite a bit of your strength and power, and you're carrying air all the way through your pull. And the reason you're doing that is because you're coming in behind the head and then cupping that hand, and the hand then turns out to the outside, but it holds on to air as you're starting the pull. And I'm seeing it on both sides. Other than that, your pull is what I would like to see. I just see a lot of air on your hands. And again, that's just, if you enter behind the head, you're going to hold on to it. You're going to kind of cup that hand and hold on to it. You're out here on this part of the pull, just like to see a little bit more rotation. So the top shoulder a little bit more here, and the bottom shoulder just a little deeper. And that would get you in a better position where your hand would be a little bit higher. It would be elbow bend and then the hand above the elbow, not so much right on line with it. But again, even at this point in the pull, this hand should be completely clean of air. And I can just see a lot of air still trailing off those fingers. And what you're doing is you're catching it at the top end of the pull because you're entering behind the head. And right here at the entry, as you're going to enter, you can just see you're flat with the shoulders. So we want to be more rotated. So you're right here, you're really flat. We want to see this shoulder up here higher, and then we want to see the other shoulder deeper in the water. So you're rotated towards that left as you're trying to create that entry. Because if you watch, this should be your line. This should be the line you're entering on. But because you're entering flatter, your hand's inside of that. So your line's here instead of out to the outside a little bit more, as I drew that line before that came in. And then again, you can just see how you're holding on to air because you sweep that hand out into the catch. Elbow bend is a little bit better on this side. You're getting on the left side a little bit better. But again, that's one of the things we're going to have to work on, is trying to get that rotation to happen a little bit more. That's going to help you be cleaner with the pull. And against your other strokes, this is a stroke you struggle with. And I really think it's because you're holding on to all this air. You're just overreaching a little bit in the stroke.